My birthday is over and my roses are gone. However, I still have the beautiful greenery and the baby's breath that came with my bouquet. So I've decided to replace the roses with paper flowers made out of tissue paper. And here is my bouquet of flowers. Here is a close-up of the flowers that I've made out of tissue. And let me just zoom into one of the flowers. And you can see that they do resemble real or natural flowers. I like to slightly make each flower a little different in size, although I have only one template. In nature, the flowers do not come uniformly. They might come closely in terms of sizes, but they're irregular. So I like to make my flowers slightly a different size from each other. So come along with me as I make these paper flowers. You might find it to be interesting and useful for your daily living. These are the materials that I used for this project: tissue papers, a template that is 3 inches by 6 inches, sewing thread, small paper clips, a ruler, and a pair of scissors. I'm going to need to cut 3 of these 3 by 6 pieces. So I'm cutting the layers right now, and these 2 clips here are securing the layers together. Now I'm only cutting 2 layers at a time. So I will need 2 more sheets of these. Okay, so here I've got 2 right now in here. Now you could smooth it out, but I don't have a need for that, so I'm just going to use it even when it is creased already. And I'm gonna need another layer here. Okay, you can cut as many layers as you like if you like to have a fuller flower than what I'm using here. I'm only going to use 3 sheets, and that is because I don't need to have it that full. So here's the 3 sheets that I'm going to use. There's 2 right here. It's hard to peel sometimes because this tissue is very thin. So you'll have 3 in here. I'm only using 3. You'll need to clip all the 3 layers together because they could shift and you don't want to do that. But they don't have to be precise. So what you need to do here is go to the end of your sheet and then fold about 1/4 of an inch, and you'll need to flip back and forth. You'll end up with an accordion type of appearance. So flip it back and forth till you hit the end, and you will have all the surfaces folded. But again, back and forth. Then you can remove this when you hit the end. Okay, so this is what you'll end up with, like an accordion. So I'm gonna put it right back, and this one kind of slid just a little bit. That's okay. And then what you need to do is to find the middle part of your accordion. What I do here, since it's so small, it slips. So I put little notches right at the center area. In that way, when I do the tie of the thread that I'm using, it won't slip. You are working in a small situation, so it's easy to lose your center part. So what I'm doing in here now is taking my thread. Now my thread is small. You can use heavier threads like yarns or quilting thread, or you could also use craft wire. So I'm just using the thread that I have on hand. So I'm going through the center of this, and I'm going to tie a double knot. In that way it wouldn't slip. So I'm going one time, knot right here. Okay, so I've got my one time knot there, and I'm going to do a second knot to secure that so it does not slip. So I've got the second one, second knot, and here I go. Okay, so it looks like a bow tie when you're done in here, but I'm going to leave these ends so I could fasten it to whatever I might want to be using it for. So both of these are mirroring, but at this point what I'll do now is to round off the edge of this. This is gonna turn into petals, and you can retrim that over and do the same to the other side. You can just flip it over so it would look like a template. So you do that to the other side, and you can repeat it over if you miss, like that one there. And then I'm going to smooth this out in that way. It'll be out of the way. So here's these scallop edges, and at this point now you are going to separate the petals. Now be careful because they can tear very easily. So with your fingernails, walk your fingers towards the ends, pulling at the same time so that these papers are standing up. And then you will do the second layer as well to separate that. There's the second layer, pulling it up, slightly pulling it up, because the tissue paper is very fragile. Okay, so that's your half. And then you're gonna do the same to the other side. So you're pulling back again. The bottom fingers are working it through so that you can help it along. I'll fluff that over. Then find the other side. Separating that as you go along. Okay. And you can fluff that, holding the threads in the bottom, fluff that up. As it does have a tendency to lie down if you smash it somehow while you're trying to fluff the other side. So bring that up again. So here's your paper flower. Here's the other two for comparison. And here they are. The completed flower measures 2.5 by 2.5 inches.